You know, I only could do it for so long because ultimately I think he needed a full-time person and I just couldn't be full-time. I had my son and then he'd want to talk on the phone a lot and like I'd have to, change diapers. And so I like bought a pair of AirPods so that I could like keep it in while I was like doing mom stuff.
Julia Fox has been making rounds on the internet, and it's not because of anything regarding her career, but because of one of her past relationships. The actress has had many failed relationships, and one of them happens to be with the all-time famous rapper, Kanye West. After a long time of silence, Julia is finally talking about what went down between her and the rapper, and fans are shocked, but Julia is making sure she doesn't leave any details out. She even called him a baby. Just what did Julia say? And is there any truth to her claims? Welcome back to Celebrity Hyped, where we will be talking about the disgusting details that Julia Fox has recently revealed about her relationship with Kanye West. But before we give you the deets, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Julia has had massive success when it comes to her career. From working with brands to having multiple roles in films, this girl has it all, but sadly, she just wasn't at the top with her relationships. Although Julia is a notable name in the industry because of the work she has done, recently she has been getting some major attention from the public, and it's all because of her new memoir, Down the Drain, which just came out on October 10. The memoir has managed to stir up quite a controversy for one simple reason. Julia reveals the truth about her relationship with Kanye West.
In Down the Drain, the model describes her month-long relationship with Ye, who she refers to only as the artist in the book, and how she became his #1 muse for a brief period of time.
For those of you who don't know, Julia and Kanye had a brief fling back in 2021. This was right after the time Kanye had broken up with Kim. They first entered the public spotlight on New Year's Eve in 2021, and Fox apparently had fun with him. She said the rapper kept her and her friends laughing, dancing, and smiling all night. Afterwards, these two were spotted on a date in January 2022. The two decided to see Slave play on Broadway in New York City and then had dinner at an Italian-American restaurant, Carbone. According to Julia, that's when Kanye decided to ask her to be his girlfriend, but the model was smart enough to turn him down. The two of them even made rounds on the internet when the pictures and videos from Julia's 32nd birthday got out. They both seemed extremely in love and couldn't stay away from each other. When it was time to cut the cake, Kanye got up real close with Julia, and a video had fans going crazy over the couple where Kanye is seen to have his hands wrapped around Julia's lower back. These two eventually ended up in a relationship as they made their couple debut at Paris Men's Fashion Week in matching denim-on-denim looks. Now, these two looked absolutely perfect together, but the story was different behind the scenes. Kanye might not be the man we all think he is, and their relationship was not what it looked like from the outside. But before we give you the tea, make sure to share this video with Kanye fans. Now back to what we were talking about. The actress has revealed that dating Kanye was almost like having a second baby, and in case you all didn't know, Julia has a 2-year-old kid, Valentino. She mentioned how Kanye wasn't an easygoing man and things with him had always been a bit complicated.
I think, well, when I first met him, I literally thought nobody would ever hear about it. Because a lot of the time you date these celebrities, but they're very hush-hush, and they're like, don't post a picture in my bathroom, like it's very, like, that.
Julia revealed that at times, Kanye would want her all to himself, and the rapper seemed to have an obsession with phone calls and texting, but Julia, as a mother, could simply not deal with it.
He was texting me, I wasn't really answering, and he was like, do you have bad text etiquette? And then I was like, oh my God, Kanye's yelling at me, like, what do I do?
She had to keep in her AirPods all the time to juggle both being a mom and being Kanye's girlfriend. Eventually, it got too overwhelming for her, and she reached the conclusion that things were simply not sustainable. Kanye needed someone full-time, and as a mother, Julia couldn't simply be available 24/7. Her son came first.
Like, it was so overwhelming, and so unsustainable. And I think I just realized very quickly it just wasn't going to be sustainable because ultimately I cannot put anybody else first. My son has to be first. It just became too much. Like, I didn't sign up to have 2 babies, you know.
What's more, Kanye and Julia were not even sexual with one another. Yup, you heard that right. Julia talks all about her sexual encounters in her book, but there's no mention of Kanye, and when asked about it, she said that there was no sex and their relationship was not about that. Maybe Kanye needed someone to talk to after his divorce from Kim. God knows he was going through a tough time and just needed someone in his corner, and that someone happened to be Julia. Unfortunately, she had a son, so Kanye couldn't really find his person. However, Kanye is still annoyed and embarrassed about Julia's claims. Relationship expert Luella Alderson said, additionally, Kanye may feel frustrated that Julia shared such personal information about their relationship without consulting him first. As someone who values control and privacy, this could be seen as a betrayal by Kanye. He may feel that Julia is trying to tarnish his image or exploit their relationship for attention. However, there is another side to the coin as well. We all know Kanye is religious. In fact, one of the reasons he tied the knot with Bianca Censori was to avoid sex outside of marriage. And so Julia's claims might actually help solidify his religious beliefs in the public eye. What's interesting is that the rapper hasn't reached out to Julia about her recent revelations. He's been surprisingly quiet, which is weird because this is Kanye we're talking about. He always jumps to react to a situation without thinking about it, but this time he's laying low. Now it could be one of 2 things. He either doesn't care about Julia's claims or he's simply waiting for the right time to respond. Luella also said, with Kanye using Julia Fox as his fashion muse and Julia being thrust into the spotlight due to their brief romance, it's possible there wasn't a genuine connection or real emotion between them. Therefore, if Kanye doesn't see Julia as a significant figure in his life, he may not feel the need to reach out to her after her revelations. Either way, Julia is speaking her truth and she's happy because of it. She doesn't care what Kanye or anyone thinks about the situation. She wrote 6 pages about him in her memoir and referred to him as the artist. She also revealed that Kanye was only using the relationship to paint a particular picture of himself in the public eye. Maybe he wanted to make Kim jealous and show her that he has truly moved on. Julia was having a hard time prior to the release of her memoir. She talks about it in a recent interview with E! News. She said that writing this book has made her heart and mind feel light and that it was good to let out some of the stuff.
I'm so excited for the book. I feel like it was just so cathartic to let go of all that, because I feel like in life things happen and you just kind of pretend that they didn't happen and put them away in a shelf in your mind, and that's it. And when you're writing a book, you're really forced to confront those things.
At the end of the day, Julia is happy about her book. She's telling the world her story, and that's the only thing she wants. It doesn't matter what the rest of the world thinks. And that's all for today. What do you think of the situation? Do you think Kanye is going to react to the situation? Is he going to fire back and spill the tea on Julia? Or will this drama end right here? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. We'll see you next time with more updates from the celebrity world.